All right, folks, welcome back to another day of building a business from scratch. If you're new here, that's exactly what we're doing. We're building a brand from the ground up. The product that we're building that brand around is a completely metal travel cup that essentially has the same look and size and feel as a classic disposable to-go cup you'd get from a coffee shop. Let's start today with product design and development because that is the phase we're in. That is the focus right now. I had a meeting with David, the product designer, yesterday. If you remember from last video, he sent an initial sheet of 17 sketches. So yesterday we just kind of went through that and talked about what I liked, what I disliked. I ended up honing in on two sketches in particular. I'll show them right here. I like two things about these in particular. One is the silhouette and the shape of the body of the cup. I don't want anything too dramatic or wide. I feel like if you go too wide on the body, it kind of ends up looking like a sippy cup. Second, and more important, is the lid. So the lid on this one in particular. First, I like the shape and the style and the size and all that. But more importantly is the closing mechanism. We're leaning towards something like this where there's basically a ring on the lid, on the outside of the lid, that would control the closing mechanism for the sip hole. I really like the idea of keeping the closing mechanism on the inside of the lid. I don't like when there's a thing that comes over the top and shuts the sip hole. It seems a little bit cumbersome, and it would be really tough to do that out of metal. So this option might be a little bit more difficult engineering wise. We might have to bring in either a separate engineer, or if we can source a manufacturer soon enough, we can get one of the engineers at the manufacturing facility in on the product development. But that's the direction we're headed with the closing mechanism, keeping it in the lid. Another note on design, I think we're gonna do a 12 and 16 ounce option right from the get-go. And then we're also going to launch a separate lid for iced beverages, and that'll be a lid and a straw. And all of these parts will be interchangeable, so you can kind of mix and match what size of body and what lid you want. Okay, so